to edit on the old Panasonic editing machines in the back of the studio. Now, first off, when you walk into the studio, you want to make sure editing machines are turned on. Simply do this by pressing the multi-outlet power button. When the red light comes on, you know there's power going to all the machines. Now you want to turn all your machines on, the VCRs as well as the TVs. Now you want to pull down the display panels on each VCR. Next, turn the volume down on the TVs so you're not distracted by the loud noise. Next, you want to make sure that your channels for video are both set on A1. In no means should either VCR be on A2 unless overdubbing. Now, for your audio, you want to make sure that your audio is set on left-right stereo. You can check this by looking down here at the bottom on the LED display. Now, right here, if it is not, you can press the buttons to get it onto stereo output. Do the same thing on each one to make sure that it is on left and right channels. Otherwise, it'll be on either one channel or mono alone, set on channel 3. This one you can already see is on channel 3 by the 03 display. This TV does not have channels, therefore it is just a monitor and is already set and out that you're getting ready to make. After that, you either write it on paper or you just kind of have an idea of what you're going to do, which is going to take you a lot longer. Now, I have my footage right here, and I'm going to put it in the left VCR. Now, I'm going to have my recording tape, and I'm going to put it in the right VCR that you would like for your first edit. Me, I'd like this DNN Darter News Network logo. Now, after I play and find the thing I want, I press pause on the panel. Now I'm getting video to both VCRs and TVs. Now, over here, I want to press play and give myself at least 5-second leave time. Now I can press pause and then record, so I'm ready to record my first edit. Now, I want to press pause and record at the same time on both machines. I want to press play over here and pause over here. Play, pause. Now I'm recording my first cut. To stop the cut, you press pause again. Now, to find my next edit, I'm going to fast forward through the tape to find my next edit. Now, I'm going to use this Austin Powers video. I'm going to find the next shot I want and press pause here again. Now I'm going to do this. This is still paused over here, so I'm going to press the buttons at the same time again. Pause and pause, pause and pause. So there's no glitches whatsoever. Now, after I'm done with this cut, I press pause over here, and I can simply stop it or fast forward over here because it has stopped recording. Now, next, I'm going to find the next shot I want. I'm going to pause the shot I want right here with the pause button. Go over here, get ready to do it again, press pause and then pause. Now, I have my next clip into video. To stop it, I simply press pause again. Now, for our closing for the video, I'm going to rewind to find my final cut. I'm going to use the Darter News Network logo once again. Now over here, it is still paused while recording. Now I'm going to press pause, then record. Give myself about a 5-second lead again. Now I can simply stop it, rewind the tape, and you've just completed your first video.
First, turn on the power. Now look here at the video source selectors. This is where you choose what to blue screen. The background goes in source A. The foreground goes in source B. The source selector stick needs to be in the down position. If it's up, then move it down as shown. Next, press the chroma key button located above the source selectors so that the light glows. Now, adjust the hue and slice knobs located next to the chroma key button until desired results are reached. Next, press the chroma key button located above the source selectors so that the light glows. Now, adjust the hue and slice knobs located next to the chroma key button.
Okay, I'm about to show you how to use the overdub machine. Overdub machine is very simple to use. All you do is take and turn it on, come back here with the red switch, make sure the switch is on red, and then you come and turn on the CD player with press power, and then turn on the VCR monitor. And when you're overdubbing, you put the tape into the right VCR, and then this monitor's automatically on channel 3, ready to go. You press play, get it to where you want to overdub, which right here is fine. Then you press pause. Then you come over here, you take your CD, open the CD player, take your CD and put it in one of the slots, close the CD player, then you put it on whatever song you want to use. We are going to use song 1, make sure it's on, we're going to use song 1, get it to where you want, play it, get it to where you want it at, where you want to start overdubbing at. Make sure the volume is on 8.5, between 8.5 and 9. And then make sure that this is on A2, has to be on A2, because if it's on A1 it will not work. And to do that, you press the up button, put it on A2, and then you want to make sure that it's on mono, not left or right. Those can't be on there. Press audio out until it's like that, and then you press audio dub, and it is ready to go. And then to overdub, you pause it here, and then you have it paused over here, and then you press pause here and play here, and it overdubs. And it goes and blocks out the sound, and then just stop it when you're done. And that's how you overdub.
First thing you're going to do is turn on all your equipment, your TV, VCR, and this. Next you're going to make sure it's on A2, that it's on out, hit that, and overdub. Then you're going to hit this. This will open up, you place your CD in here, and then close it. Turn on your footage.
Don't forget the April meeting on Wednesday, April 12th. This
And
we will elect.
Then choose your song, and let's say we want 10. Play it, and hit this.
So make sure you come up with a presentation and bring another member.
Dub. And then you're overdubbing it. To hear your To hear your interviewers, if you're going to hear your interview and you're going to pause it, the music, you want to automatically hit the music off and make sure it's not an overdub or anything, and let your people go through so you can hear them, or else you're not going to hear them and they'll be going just mouthing to music or nothing. When you're done with your recording of your songs and stuff, you hit stop here, after this. From here, you're going to hit skip if your CD isn't in here. It's still not in there, you'll hit skip again and pick your CD out. If you do not pick your CD out, you do not get your CD back, most likely. People will take your CD and Mr. Scahill will not watch it. Another thing is, songs like Corn with cuss words and stuff, you're not supposed to use at all. Basically, if it says F you or anything else lovely on that note, you do not use it. And see your finished presentation, you rewind it. Press play. And there you go. You've overdubbed your stuff and your footage. And that is all it does for overdubbing. And that's me, Kimberly Lore, showing you how to use the overdubbing machine. Thank you.
Hey, what up? I'm going to be showing you guys how to run sound and video for a DNN broadcast. Alright, right here is the master control for the sound. Pretty much you keep up auxiliary 1 and master during a broadcast. This controls the maximum level of sound, and up here is where you have your sound belts. Pretty much they need to stay on 0 or +2. Alright, this is the soundboard here. Alright, pretty much main controls everything that goes out throughout this all stuff right here. Monitor controls the TV up there. And pretty much you got your main anchor mics, you got your anchor 1, anchor 2, anchor 5, anchor 6, and your guest mic, and then you also have video A and B mic. Pretty much if there's sounds coming out distorted, you pretty much play with the gain, high EQ, low EQ, or the monitor button, and pretty much you can, adjust different people's voices to what sound you want them to have. Alright, pretty much their voices will, range in, loudness. So you pretty much keep all of them at 0. You may have to adjust one to be louder, one to be, less, lower and stuff like that. But pretty much keep them all on 0. And that's pretty much it for sound. Pretty much how you run video is the mixer guy will say 3, 2, 1 and fade it into video. Then pretty much you have to have already played the video VCR A. So VCR is playing. You can click that button to see what's on VCR B, but this pretty much controls what VCR is playing. When you switch after the national anthem, you must switch the first one to B and the second one to B, and then you must press play down here on the VCR B. The menu button right here, pretty much you do the functions, the tuner set, and the initial set. Pretty much you do really not want video calibration on the screen, so you must turn it off, and superimpose, which is the little play button up top, you do not want that on there because it doesn't really look that great. So you take those off, and then you hit OK to turn it back on, or OK to turn it back off, and then you hit menu to exit. You click this button again to go down here, you hit menu, you see what you need, video calibration's all off, and you make sure all the functions are correct. Hit menu, and pretty much you got your rewind, play, fast forward, record, stop, and pause right here, and that's pretty much it for video.
Panasonic machines with the new CD player right next to the door, right when you walk into your left. First of all, you're going to come back here, and there's a switch right back here by the wall that you're going to switch on. It'll turn red if it's on. If it don't turn anything, there's a plug plugged in the wall underneath. You have to turn that on. Everything should come on. If not, you press these power buttons right here to turn on those. Both of these turn on the TV. So to start off, you want to get both of these. These up and down arrows are going to change it from auxiliary 2, auxiliary 1. When you're editing, both of these machines have to be on auxiliary 1, so use these arrow keys to get them both on auxiliary 1. After you've done that, you want to get both of the televisions on channel 3. Pop anything that has footage on it, the DNN logo, anything else like that, pop it in there, hit play. And if both of them come on, you're good and ready to go. If both of them don't come on, you've got to either get a remote control from over there and change this to channel 3, and then put your DNN logo in here and get that TV on channel 3. After you've done that, you don't need this anymore. After you've done that, you eject this, wait for this to come out, and you want to this is the footage that I want to get on to this tape. This is my raw footage. Pop that in here. I want my blank tape in the right one. The right is your blank, the left is whatever you've already got footage on it. Whatever I've got in here, both of them should play.
Do our very best.
So this is what I want to go from. I want to get from Chad starting to talk from over here. And pause. Get it on record. There should be a little thing that's going to show up in the top right hand corner of your display. This record, you want to keep it on pause. And as soon as I'm going to set this down because I need to hit these at the same time. You want to hit play on this one, and you want to hit pause on this one, which will undo pause and take it from here to here. So you hit play and pause on that one.
It's school clean.
Make sure these are not too high or your sound will be good. And then you just keep going with whatever you want to do.
How do you spell that?
Of stupid people. So that's what you want to get. You want to get from here to there. After you've done, I don't want anything else. Pause your recording on this one. You can pause and you can stop that. And that's pretty much it. And after you've got this, you can stop your recording. And whatever you want to do, if you want to, you can check this. All you gotta do, we'll check if I did it right. This is how you would go and you just play it and check it. And that's exactly what I did, and that's pretty much it. Bye.
Hi, my name is Felipe Bruder, and I'm here demonstrating on the 3 basic types of cameras we have here at AHS. On the far left, we have the Panasonic Palmcorder. In the center, we have the RCA regular VHS. This is probably one of the more basic types of cameras we have here. And then here on the right, we have the Panasonic Super VHS. Alright, getting started. The first thing you want to do is you want to grab an RCA battery. Looks like this. You want to get the camera and slide it in the back and slot until it locks. Next, you want to grab a blank tape and make sure the tape is rewound. And you want to push the eject button, which is the last button on the far right hand corner. And once you push that button, the tape port should open. Insert the tape upside down and then push to close. Now what you want to do is you want to turn your camera on for recording by sliding the power button into the camera position. What you want to do next is you want to adjust the eyepiece so it fits comfortably and so you can view comfortably. This ring right here that spins turns to adjust the image to your eye. The next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you slide your hand in this holster and you have a good snug fit. Like so. Next thing you want to do before recording is you want to make sure you have removed the lens cap. Now, when recording, there are 2 buttons on the top, actually 3. One has a W, which will zoom out and give you a wide shot. The other one on the front has a T, which will zoom in and give you a tight shot. The red button, you push once to record, and then you can push it again to pause. One feature that this camera has is a built-in light on top, next to the microphone. There's a button that controls the light on or off right here. You can push it forward and it'll be in auto mode, and the camera will sense that when it is dark, the light will come on itself. Or you can place it in on, which it'll be on the full time until you decide to turn it off. Another thing is that turning the light on will substantially drain your battery. After you've recorded your footage, you can view what you've recorded by sliding the power button in the VCR mode. Then you can press play, rewind, or fast forward to find the footage, your footage, where it is on the tape. Once you're done, you can just press stop. Remember, if you do plan on keeping recording, remember to put the tape back on the spot that you left off. Some functions on this camera are the display. By pushing this button, you can add or remove on your viewfinder the battery life and the time that you've recorded. You can set the date and the time, which will be on your tape, and you can put a title. The reset button will reset all these features. On the bottom corner of this camera, you will find a little lid. This camera provides RCA outputs, so you can download your footage into a computer or onto a VCR to transfer it to another tape. Once you're done recording, remember to push eject and remove your tape. Slide the power button in the off position, and then eject the battery. Remember, when you're done using the battery, place it in the used battery pile in the studio. This is the Panasonic Palm Quarter. The first thing you want to do is attach the battery on the back part of the camera. You will know it has attached when you hear a clicking noise. Next, you want to put the mode button on camera. By doing so, it automatically opens the shutter. Under the shutter, you will find a small wheel. You can push it to toggle between manual focus and automatic focus. In automatic focus, the camera will focus itself. In manual focus, you will have to slide the wheel left or right to get the object that you are filming in focus. As in all cameras, the features are basic. You have the sight adjustment, focus to your eyes right there, and you have the wide and the tight shot zoom button right here. Adjust the strap so it fits your hand comfortably, a snug fit. And your thumb lies on top of the red button, which is the record button. Once to record, and tap it again to pause. On the back side of the camera, you'll find a blue button that says tape eject. Sliding that button to the side will open the tape port on the side of the camera. Slide your tape in, and then just push and hold to close. On top of the camera, you will find a microphone, a light switch, which will control the light, and the first button is a backlight. The backlight button is when you're recording an object that has a bright background. By pushing and holding this button, the camera will automatically compensate in brightening up the object and darkening up the background. The next button is the fade button. By pushing and holding the button, the image will slowly turn black. And then, once you release the button, the image will slowly come back. When recording, you can press the electronic image stabilization button. By pushing this button, the camera will electronically eliminate small jitters when you're recording. The next button down the line is the D-zoom button. That stands for digital zoom. Without using this button, the camera can zoom in 26 times on an object. By pushing the digital zoom, the camera can now zoom in 150 times. Under the viewfinder, you will find several buttons, such as play, stop, rewind, and fast forward. You can use these buttons to view your footage by simply sliding this function button on the underside of the camera into the VCR mode. Once you are done recording, remember, you want to eject your tape, remove your tape, turn the camera off, and then eject the battery by pushing the battery release button found under the battery. This is a Super VHS camera. This semi-professional camera has great quality for VHS taping. When getting started, the first thing you want to do is you want to get a Panasonic battery and slide it in the back. Next, you want to turn the camera on by pushing and holding back the power button for a second until you see the red light come on. Then you can Next thing you want to do is you want to insert a tape. First, you want to push the tape eject button, which is this blue button located right next to the battery. Once the tape port opens, place your tape in upside down and close the port. Next thing you want to do is you want to adjust the strap so it can fit your hand for a snug fit. Under your fingers you will find the wide and tight shot buttons which will zoom in and out. Under your thumb there's a red button. This red button is the record button. Push once to record and then push again to stop recording. Next thing you want to do is you want to adjust the viewfinder so the image that you are recording is in focus with your eye. You can do that by sliding this black bar under the viewfinder from left to right. This viewfinder provides a feature that you can open up the viewfinder, so for whatever reason you can't have your eye up to the viewfinder, you can view your object from a distance. On the other side of the camera you will find special features, such as the focus button. This button allows you to toggle between manual and automatic focus. Next to that is the close and open iris shutter. By closing and opening the iris or the shutter, what you do is you allow less light or more light to come into the camera. Under that you will find the low light button. By pushing this button, the camera will automatically compensate for too much or not enough light. Next to that you have the WB button. The WB stands for white balance. Now you want to push this button and hold before you shoot on a white object that is in the lighting that what you will be filming. This will allow you to get the best colors for what you are filming. Next to that you have the toggle key between the iris and shutter. And next to that you can select for it to be automatically done, manually done, or in a portrait. Next set of buttons are the digital mode select buttons. This can give you special effects while you're filming. This button allows you to select what functions you're going to do. If you have it up, these buttons will do a still or a strobe, and this button will act as your digital zoom button. If you push it down, you will now be able to control the tracer or a gain up effect. The next set of buttons are the digital tiler buttons. You can either select a wipe or a mix. Once you have made your selection, push start and the effect will take place. The next set of buttons you will find are the camera search button. This button allows you to quickly search through your tape to see where you left off recording. Plus, you will fast forward, and minus, you will rewind the tape. Next to that is the fade feature. By holding this button in, you will fade out of your object to a black screen, and then by releasing it, you will come back to your object. Aside to the fade button, you will find the OSD button. This button allows you to toggle in between having or not having information displayed on your viewfinder. Next to that button is the date and time button. By pushing this button, you will either have the date and the time, or you can remove it. Aside of the date and time button, you will find the timer/interval recording. By pushing this button, you can toggle between timer or interval recording. On top of the camera, you'll find a lid that says camera or VCR. By simply sliding this lid backwards, you automatically change the camera into VCR mode. Under this lid you'll find buttons such as rewind, play, fast forward, pause, stop, still advance, audio dub, or insert. On the back part of the camera you'll see a panel. This panel gives you options such as ability to hook up a remote, a cable to export your video so you can edit, an S video cable out, a speaker on or off switch by turning it on or off. The speaker located on the side of the camera will turn on or off. You can select the type of audio, whether you want it hi-fi, mix, or just normal audio. You have 3 RCA outputs: video, audio left, and audio right. On the very bottom corner you'll find a connector. It gives you the ability to hook up a DC adapter so you don't have to use the battery. On top of the camera you'll find the microphone. On the side of the microphone you'll find 3 options. You can either have a wide microphone, which will capture 360 degrees of sound. You can have a tele microphone, which will capture straight on directional sound from the front. Or you can have a zoom microphone, which will capture direct sound from the person or object that you are filming. Next to that, you will see mic jack. You can hook up a microphone. Now when you're all done, remember, eject your tape, remove the tape, close the tape port, turn off the camera, and then eject your battery. Remember to place the used battery in the used Panasonic battery bin in the studio.
Now I'm going to show you a clip of a student that I interviewed at the beginning of the year. Hope you enjoy.
Anthony Thompson.
How do you spell that?
B-A-B.
Located between these 2 TVs. On the left of the left TV, there is a bunch of plugs, and you go to the little red switch and see if it's on. If it's not on, push it, it'll become red, and that's when you can turn everything on. Now, in order to use Tile Maker, you don't have to have the left TV on unless you are editing tape to tape, which we're not going to do right now. You go up to the first TV, the little red button on, you go to the first TV on the right, and you turn it on. And make sure the VCR is on, which in this case it is, because the little thing's on there. And then you can turn on the Tile Maker if you want. And you'll see this screen come up with a little flasher to let you know that you can write stuff. If you want to get a new page, instead of what somebody's already wrote, you go to the Tile Maker and hit New Page. You'll see this brings a new line like that, in which you can type anything you want to. Now, if you still want another page, you can keep pushing New Page until you get the new page that you want.
Both VCRs have to be on A1.
Do different types of style and text, which all these buttons will do. The first one is the title, which changes the font and the size and how your letters are going to be wrote. This changes the background behind the letters of the color and the pattern. This changes the color of the letter and the pattern of the letter itself. This button here will outline any specific letter that you write in all the words. The border key lets you put borders around the whole TV so you can frame what you've wrote. And the effects, the in and out, in is how the words come onto the TV and out is how they leave the screen. The basic keyboard is that of a regular computer. Some of the buttons are different. The arrow key is what you use to move up and down the screen. You can also use the new line button located right here, or the space bar, or you can shift and go over. So you still have the caps lock and the tab. Are flashing, and a complete new page. You can begin to type whatever you want to type. You simply go over to the title maker, type in whatever you want. We'll type in AHS Apopka. And as you can see, it shows up on the screen. In this case, it's kind of long for the area that I want, so I can go and change the size. So I go to the font size, simply here, and style. Simply changing the style might move the size too. And you use the arrow keys up and down to move the cursor up and down to whichever one you want. So in order to change the size, you go over here to the size, to be this one right here, and the screen will show up. You can move the cursor down to get how big. This would make your letters very big, while some of them can make your letters very small. We're going to make our letters relatively small. In order to get back to your screen after you've chosen what you want, you go back to the title maker and press the button New Line. This will bring you back to your screen with your letters changed how you want them. Now, say you want to change the background to a different color. You go over here to the second key, push background color. This screen would develop, seeing all the colors. In order to change the colors, you push the arrow keys down or up to change to the color you want. We're going to change it to green. Once again, we push New Line over here, same button that we pushed to get back to it before. And now the screen is green. But say the red letters don't make sense. So we're going to go back over here to letter color and press color. And this changes. This is only to change the letter color, not the background. So we'll change the letters to white. Go back to New Line. Letters are now white. Now say you want the letters to have a different design than solid. We'll go back to letter and go to pattern. Push the pattern. Go over here. At the very top, you'll see your choices that you have. Use the cursor to move left or right to show which one you have. The black one signifies a solid color, which will choose any solid color that you put. This one, the next one over, is to have special effects. Now to get down the special effects here, you must press the Mark Start key or the Mark End key. To go down, press the Mark Start, and it'll bring you to this screen right here. And it's from this to this. You're going to push the arrow keys, the same one that you've been pressing, to go over. As you can see, it changes the variations of the patterns. Once you've chosen the one you want, push New Line and go back. It's straight. I'll go back to letter pattern. Say that doesn't look right. If you want to go up to back here, go to Mark End. It moves you over. If you go over to the right one, you'll see this, which is different colors and different effects. Push the Mark Start key to go down to this screen and press the over, and you get different effects and different colors, different patterns. Once you choose the one you want, push the New Line key and go back. Now if you want your letters outlined in different color, go back and press the color for the color you want to outline your letters in. Once you've chosen the one you want, push New Line, and it'll go back and your letters will be outlined to the one you want. Now if you want borders, go to the border key, press it, and choose the color of your border. Now, how do you want your letters to go onto the screen? You go over here to the effects, in, push it, over here. You'll see all these different directions of the arrows. Currently, it's right down here. This is to show that your letters want to go up the screen. This will make it go left and right. He makes it go up and down. This makes it go to the left and to the right. This is the video, which brings in from the video. Transition from the video. Get back up here, from here. Press the mark end key twice. Now you're up here. Everything will turn black at the parts of the screen that you're on. In order to get to a different part of the screen and make your words go up or down in different directions, push the arrow key over, or down, or up.
You want to make sure that your audio is set.
Keep going until you find the one that you like,
You can check this by looking down here to the bottom.
and push new line.
The LED display.
Now, nothing will happen until you push the play button. This is the play button. Once you press the play button, it'll show you how your letters are going to appear on the screen. Now, if you realize that you don't want your letters going up and you just want them to appear, go back to Effects, In, and change it. Get back down to here, push it down, move over to the one you want, push play again. This will bring the words over from the screen. Now if you want to stop them in the middle, this will keep repeating until you decide to stop it manually. Now, let's go to Effects Out. Same effects, decide to end, push out. This is going to make it leave the screen. Find that one, once you find that. Now this part of the screen right here is at the speed that your thing is going to go in and out. Push the mark end key, go down, and pick the rate at which it's going to move. If you want it really fast, go up to the higher numbers. If you want it slower, you want it, go down to the lowers. Go relatively fast. Let's go to play. And the letters should be coming across the screen.
Now, after I play and find the thing I want, I press
Oh, we've encountered a problem. If you see that nothing's happening, you probably chose the wrong key. Go back to new line, and see we've highlighted it here. Wherever you want to stop your what's going to be playing on the screen, push the mark end key. And go over to the part of all the words or pages that you want to go and push the mark start key. And from there, push play. Trim your letters just the way you wanted them. Like I said before, it'll keep going until you decide to stop it. In order to stop it, you can push either key right here. Push this key to stop it there. To resume and keep the letters going, press it again. And you're totally done with this. You want to start a new page again. Go to the end of the words and press new page. Now you've got a new page and you can type whatever you want to type.
Now over here is still pause while recording. Now I'm going to press pause, then record. Give myself
And that basically is the basic to the title maker.
Hi, I'm Rich Chambers. I'm going to be explaining to you how to use the Go Video. The Go Video is actually one of the easiest machines to work with once you learn how to use it. So now I'm going to show you some of the features on it and exactly how to edit on it. This is your power button, stop eject button, pause button, rewind button, play button, fast forward, record, and deck select, which lets you switch between deck 1 and deck 2. The Go Video machine even has a copy tape button. The copy tape button allows you to copy everything from deck 1 to deck 2, wherever you have it on deck 1. And that's a pretty neat feature on this Go video machine. Next, I'm going to explain to you the buttons on the controller. You have your power button, your copy tape button, rewind, fast forward, stop eject, pause, play and pause, your menu button, which lets you access the menu with all the special features, which I'll explain later on, deck 1 and deck 2, record, and then there's also some other neat feature buttons on here. To do your basic copying on the Go video machine, you take your source tape, which has your footage on it, and stick it in deck 1. You take your blank tape, which has nothing on it, and stick it in deck 2. Then you make sure you have, it says deck 1 on down here, and then you hit play, and you see where you want it. And I want to start it right here. So I'll hit stop, and then I go over here and I press the copy tape button, and then it plays. It's going to play on this deck and record over here, and put your footage onto deck 2. Let's just take a look at that now. Now that's all that I wanted, so I wanted to pause it here, so I can hit copy tape to pause it, and then I'll hit stop over here. It'll stop deck 2. Deck 1 I mean. And now I'm going to show you some of the special features on the Go video machine. To access your special features, you hit the menu button either on the controller, or you can open up down here and hit the menu button on the VCR, which I'm going to use the controller, which I prefer more. As you can see, you have your easy copy up here, which when you turn that on pressing the fast forward button, it will turn on. The easy copy allows you to press copy tape. It'll rewind both deck 1 and deck 2 and record everything from deck 1 onto deck 2, which is a pretty neat feature on here. The next interesting feature on here is your child lock. You can turn child lock on and off with the fast forward button, like this. The child lock will, when it is set to on, the VCR will not be able to be powered on automatically when you insert your tapes or anything, and the tapes won't play automatically when you insert them either, no matter what the setting is on the autoplay or whatever. It also disables all the front panel buttons, all these up here. But the only thing is, you'll still be able to use the remote when you have the child lock on. The way that you can do a timer recording is by hitting the set timer button. The set timer button, you get out of the menu and press the set timer button, and then you'll see a screen that looks like this, which says select event at the top. And then you'll hit the fast forward button, and you'll come to a screen that looks like this. You'll see that May is flashing right here. That's where you can set your month by pressing the pause play button or the stop eject button by going up and down. I'll choose April, even though it's not April, and then you can press over and it'll switch to the year. It'll switch to the set day. Then you select which day it'll be, and I'll say it's going to be on the 17th. And then you hit over again, and then you can set your time. And I'll set the time for 10 o'clock. And then you can also choose if you want it AM or PM. Set it for PM. And then you can set how long the thing will be, and it's going to be 1.5 hours long. and then you got and then you set type. Like, is it just going to be on one day, or will it be on always, weekly, which is like on the same day that week, or Monday through Friday? And you could set it all like that, and it'll tape every day on it like that. And that's about it for the timer recording. It's the 8-scene edit list. The 8-scene edit list lets you start recording. It lets you set the timer when you want it to start recording and when you want it to stop recording. The way you get to this scene, you have to make sure you have your source tape in deck 1 and then your blank tape in deck 2. And then from here you can hit fast forward and rewind to set the tape on where you want it to begin and end. And I'll have it right there. And then you hit scene title to go down to where you want it to end. And then you can fast forward to set that one. And then once you have that set, you hit scene title again. Then it goes to your next scene, which would be scene 2. And I'll have that one start right there. And then you hit scene title and you can show where you want it to end. And then you have your scenes. After that you have now I have 2 scenes set up. So then you hit the menu, and then once you get here you hit copy tape and it'll set them up exactly where you set them at.
Make sure they're in the light as well as you. Remember. When you are interviewing or filming people, another thing that will help you shine is going to different angles.
And then to stop it, you can just hit stop, and it'll stop deck 1, and then it'll pause deck 2. And then you can switch to deck 1 and stop that one. I'm going to show you is the titler message. To go to the titler message, you go down to it, and then you press over. And then this you can set up a title on your video for whatever you want to show. And then you switch between the buttons by using the arrow keys. And then just type something, and when you want to put something in, you press the scene title button, and then you just keep switching between the letters until you got your message in. And then once you have your, and then the way that you can delete is by pressing the clear button. It'll delete a letter, and then once you have that in like that, you press the menu button, and then the menu button again. As you hit menu again to get to the beginning screen. Then you hit record on the tape you want it to be recorded on. Then once you have it on, you can press scene title you press it repeatedly for either 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, or 20 seconds. And then they'll stay up there for how many times you hit it. And then if you want to stop or something, you just hit stop, and then your tape will stop. And that was about it on the Go video. Hope you liked it. Bye.
Edit on the video title maker. Then put your 2 tapes in. Okay, first of all, you turn both TVs on. Okay, and then turn both VCRs on. Alright, then put both your tapes in. Alright, make sure to edit on this machine, you have to put it on A2 with these 2 buttons down here. Okay, and then after your tapes are in, you go find the spot that you need to by pressing, rewind or fast forward with the jog shuttle. And then you press record on the VCR and play on this VCR, and then press pause when you're done so you won't have any bad glitches in your VCR. And then just keep doing that until it looks correct, and then rewind it and watch it again, and that's about it.
I'm going to explain to you how to use the Panasonic editing machines closest to the wall in the back. Alright, on the left side here, you put in your footage. And on the right side, you put the tape you want to record on. Okay, over here you have, I'm going to just go over a few of the buttons. Your power, your rewind, play, fast forward, your stop, record, and pause. But see, you don't have to record anything on this one. This is all play and fast forward. It's where you screw it up and everything. Over here, this is the main editing part of the machine here. You have all your little buttons, your play, stop, and record over here, and then you have all of your mono, your MTSs, your video, like how you want your video done, your tape select, your input select, hi-fi, normal. Like if you're mixed, that's a different kind of tapes you have in. You have your sound search, which is when you search for sound and stuff on your tapes. Your TBC, your editing filter and everything right there. You have this right here is your timer record, like if you wanted to record like a certain time during a thing. You're inserting your audio dub, but that's for overdubbing, which you don't use unless you're overdubbing. You're recording SP or SLP, which is your speeds of the tape. Your add and delete, that you add or delete into your tape. Your anti-select, and your audio out. This right here is how you go. Make sure your tapes are on A1, and this right here is how you go from different things. And you want on A1 so it'll show your video. Here's all your tracking and everything for your video also. Okay, first thing you do is you play your footage. Okay, this is the scene we're going to be working with. See how long the scene is? This is a pretty long scene here. And see, I'm going to show you how to cut it down, how you can edit it down to make it shorter to put it into one of your videos. So what you'll do is you would stop it, rewind it back, and you'll push record over here on this tape. And as this is recording, so you just go whatever you want. And then while you, like say you want to stop at her, you'll stop right there and you'll push pause over here, and it pauses it with leaving no glitches. And then you can fast forward to your next scene and say you want this like scene right here. You'll play it right there and you'll watch for it. And you push unpause. And then it starts recording this. And you let it record all the way through and you watch for the end, because then you're going to pause it at the very end. Or wherever you want to stop at, say like right there. And it'll pause it there and it'll leave a clean cut. And then say you accidentally go over, you'll push your jog shuttle over here and you'll go back a little bit. And you can watch on your tape where you go back what you recorded. Which is right here. And you can slowly go frame by frame forward or frame by frame backwards, whichever one you want to go. And if you want it right there, then you just push the jog toggle button and it'll stop. And then you'll just go wherever you want from there. Alright. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to finish playing your video, and you can put more into it or whatever you'd like. Say you want that dude, you recorded some of that, and there's your ending, and then you pause it. Alright, so let's see what we got. This is the final copy that would be. Watch the transitions in between your footage. Remember before we stopped right at her? And you came into that different scene, and then we stopped the scene and went to the ending, being closest to the wall. Hope you learned something.